out of the store. Okay? I'm not having to panic stop. Nice and easy. Okay? Somebody runs out in front of me, walks out in front of me, I can stop. Okay? Somebody backs out in front of me, because most people don't look out their back windows. Got to remember, especially nowadays with backup cameras, they ain't looking out their back window. Okay? So they back out in front of me. Yeah, guess what? Especially you're gonna be making turns here, okay? I can stop in time, okay? Now, I can probably go a little bit faster since I'm on the main way here, but you're not gonna want to be going too much faster, okay? I still want to keep it like right around 10 at the most, okay? So something to think about when you're parking, okay? Parking spaces. Doesn't matter. It can be at your, or even your driveways, okay? I'm an advocate 100% for parking, backing into a parking spot, okay? Why is that? Well, first off, and most important, I have control of what's in this small parking spot, okay? Let me use an example for another vehicle here, okay? Alright, so I'm going to come in this parking spot. Okay. Now, you'll notice out here, okay, so I'm going to turn. And as soon as I start moving, I'm going to turn my wheel all the way until it stops turning and make sure I'm clearing that car. Okay. Okay, so when I back in like this, I want to make sure. Now the backup camera does kind of come in handy with vehicles nowadays, because you can also you can use my mirror. Okay, it could say basically the only reason I do that is like that gives me an idea how far away am I from that car in back of me. Okay, but I'm looking at my back window, because that's where the danger is. Remember, back cameras don't look from side to side either. Okay, I think that's close enough. Yeah, pretty good. Right there. Okay, you'll notice I'm backed in, back up to my parking spot, basically just past the rear bumper. Alright, so I'm safely backed in. I have control of what's behind me when I'm backing into my parking spot. Same thing with my driveways. Back into your driveways. In most areas, it's actually illegal to pull into a driveway if you don't have a means to be able to turn around in that driveway. That's basically a law that most areas don't enforce, unless, of course, you happen to be backing out, get into a crash. Okay, so we noticed, okay, so right here, I'm going to put my car in reverse, get my foot on the brake, but you notice, my car the camera catches the edges of these two cars here. It's only looking backwards. Okay? It doesn't tell me. It's just the very edges of these cars. Okay? It's not going to tell me if I have pedestrians coming from this way. Okay? Or cars. It's not going to tell me if I have pedestrians or cars coming from this way. Okay? Definitely not completely out. I'm looking roughly 45 degrees from my seat. Okay? Now when I pull out, okay, when I want to leave, I roll up on it, looking left and right. Okay? That's all I need to do when I back up, when I leave. Okay? That especially comes in handy. Let's just say if I happen to be driving a smaller vehicle, or I get another vehicle that's the same size of mine, or perhaps even bigger, okay? So, yeah, I drive like one of the smaller mid-size SUVs, right? It's not, by any means, it's not anywhere near as big as a Tahoe or a Suburban or an Expedition, okay?